If you know this one, feel free to sing along. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Yeah, 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 yeah. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Thanks for the percussion, guys.
Sure, one of ours. Thanks, Marie, for getting the crowd going there with the raise the roof. That was fun. That was fun. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Hello to those online. Miss Dale. Hello, hello. Thank you. Hi. So welcome, everyone. My name is Reverend Lee Alvarado. So glad that you have joined us today. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. We are an inclusive community. We honor all faiths, all paths to God, all traditions. Wherever you are on your journey, you are welcome here. And we study the teachings of Ernest Holmes, who studied many religions, and he created what we call the science of mind. And in the science of mind, we believe that as you change your thoughts, as you change your thinking, you change your life. And each week, you're going to hear practical tools that you can apply in your life and actually take them out and enjoy and have more joy and more freedom and more peace. And isn't that great? Yes? All right. So let's say our mission and our vision together. Our mission: we are an inclusive community inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision: to awaken humanity, revealing a world that works for everyone. All right, kiddos, yay! Let's give them a hand. Let's bring up the kids. All right. I'm going to bring up Marie. Here she comes with some announcements. Come on, hurry up. Get up here.
Rush me right along there, eh? Okay. Today's announcement.
You need a mic, my dear.
Today is my first day here, just in case you were wondering. Today's announcements. Wow. June outreach, Vindicate Foods. We're very excited. This is a nonprofit that believes people of all socioeconomic statuses should have access to healthy organic food. And Vindicate resources food from grocery stores and local farms and makes it available for the public. So they are our outreach for the month of June. We're very excited to be working with them. Friday, June the 30th. Is the queen of all things here? She's not here. Women's Circle. Friday, June the 30th. This is a gathering of like-minded souls focused on storytelling, drumming, chanting, dancing, and meditation. If you are a woman or one who orients as female, we welcome your presence. Please see Reverend Leah after service if you have questions, because the Queen of All Things is not here.
Linda.
Linda Leary is the Queen of All Things.
I didn't know she was the Queen of All Things.
She is.
Is
the
that
Queen
a
of
new
all
title?
things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Yeah.
there are people here who can answer your questions if you have them.
there is royalty among you. If
There
you
is
have
royalty.
questions
Yes, yes. You didn't know.
for
Now you do.
anyone,
Now you know.
Who knew?
Yes.
Food for New Thought fundraiser for July is sold out. Come on now, we're excited about this. It means that Chuck's going to have a full house at his place when he does this particular thing. And see, this is the thing. I always hate announcing stuff where it's like, oh yeah, you missed it, too bad. But we look forward to seeing you at the next one. So if you're interested in hosting one, you can sign up at the back of the room. I know I'll be doing another one because it's barbecue season and I love to barbecue.
Yes, and you are good at that.
So
Yes.
Pride in the Park, Saturday, July 15th.
Sorry. Good thing I have good eye-hand coordination. I almost dropped this and I grabbed it really fast. You missed that, but anyway, just filling you in. Okay. Continue.
Pride in the Park, Saturday, July 15th from 10 to 4. Come support the LGBTQ community. We are looking for volunteers to represent CSL NOCO and assist with various activities at our booth. Are we having like a dunking booth?
No, we will not be doing any of that. No, none of that. But it's an opportunity to support our LGBTQ community, and this is going to be a really fun day. And the park itself has got vendors and booths and food and all the fun stuff. So
A good time will be had by all.
yes, it will. So
I'm certain.
come join us.
certain.
Yes.
So just this newsflash just in. We are gathering after church at Simmer. I was told to say it just like that. Normally we have a potluck. We're in the summertime. It's a little warm to do potlucks. So we're gonna head out of here and head to Simmer.
So Catherine, raise your hand so people know to find you.
Find
She's
Catherine.
in charge
She
of
knows
this little
where
thing.
it is. It's like northwest corner of Drake and Shields, but she can give you more specific directions than that. Everything else, folks, right here, cslnoco.org. What happened to my...
No QR code, sorry.
Where's my QR code?
It's gone.
Oh, for crying in the mud.
Yeah.
All right, well, there are QR codes somewhere else.
If people miss them, they can find them, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's it for me.
Thank you, Marie. All right. So settle back and go within as we begin with an opening prayer, a meditation, and a song.
So let's just close your eyes, go into that heart center space, and know that Spirit surely is in this space, showing up as each person present, expressing through Reverend Leah as she gives her talk, all of the technician people, all of the helpers, all of those who support this community. So as you open your heart and mind, knowing that our time together, just being here, is blessed. That as you open up and you prepare yourself to receive, a healing can happen. It is an opportunity for all. Know that in this beautiful day, that good is here now, waiting to be received. And it can happen right here and now. So I'm so grateful to be able to be here in front of you before each person here and speak these words and to know this truth for myself, for all of you, for everyone present, and for all of those people that are just out and about, that it is good, it is God. And I release this into the law, knowing that it is so, and so it is.
So it is. Once more. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. So this first song for today is called Love Be Known. And in honor of Pride Month, I think it would be a good idea to acknowledge the artist that we previously knew as Amber Darland is now Tabor Darland. Even though it hasn't been changed on like Spotify or Apple Music or anything, so that can be a little confusing. But their name is Tabor Darland. So this is a Tabor Darland song, Love Be Known.
Holy, I awaken forevermore. Love be known. Holy, I awaken forevermore. Love be known. All is right. All is well within my soul. Peace be my offering forevermore. Love be known. Peace be my offering forevermore. Love be known. All is right. All is well within my soul. Holy, I awaken forevermore. Love be known. Holy, I awaken forevermore. Love be known. All is right. All is well within my soul. All is right. All is well within my soul. All is right. All is well within my soul.
Thank you, Julie. Beautiful. Okay, so today we're talking about love. Well, I'm talking about love. I don't know about all you, but I'm going to be talking about love and compassion and connecting. I want to start with a story. So the Dalai Lama tells a story of a Tibetan monk named Lopen Tenzin Rinpoche, who served for 18 years in a Chinese prison. And so during that time, when it was cold, he had no shoes. He was often not fed, so he was hungry. And he was tortured on a daily basis. And he did this for 18 years. And when the Dalai Lama talked to him, he shared with the Dalai Lama that the thing that he was most afraid of was losing his compassion for the Chinese guards. That was what he was most afraid of. The Dalai Lama said, love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. And I agree with this. Yeah, because if we are not aware of the importance of love and compassion and actually expressing that in our life, humanity is going to be in some deep trouble. Yeah? You know, what if we could express love and compassion with someone who has deliberately hurt us? What an interesting thing to ponder. Yeah, and when we're centered within ourselves, when we are connected in to the love that we are, the truth that we are, compassion flows from us with ease. It just flows right out of our being. We've learned fear. We've learned to be afraid. We've learned how to judge and to be judgmental. That has all come from how we were raised, what we've observed. We've all learned those things. And these things are not part of who we are. They're part of our humanness, but they're not the truth of who we are. I'm going to talk today about the truth of who we are. Science has discovered that compassion is something that we are born with. It's innate. We come into the world with the gift of being able to be compassionate with another. They've also discovered that we can learn it. So over time, we can actually deepen our capacity to be even more compassionate and more loving. We can turn up the volume on our compassion. And so as we move along our spiritual development, our capacity to be more loving, to be more compassionate, changes. You know, it's easy to be compassionate for those we love. If they're hurting, if they're suffering, our heart goes out to those we care about. And even to strangers, we can do that for a stranger. It's harder to have compassion for ourselves when we're suffering sometimes. But it's even harder to have compassion for an enemy. To have compassion for someone who has deliberately caused harm, like the Chinese guards did to so many Tibetan monks, tortured, killed, so many of them. In order to be at that level of compassion, love is the key. Love is what actually opens the door that allows us to be compassionate at that level. We cannot get to compassion without love. We cannot get to true connection with another being without love. Love is the key. It opens the door to both. You know, love is a word that is pretty overused. Particularly in spiritual circles, you hear me talk about love a lot. It's a common thing. There's so many books written about it, and I'm not talking about romantic love. I'm talking about spiritual love. But it's the best word, isn't it, to describe truly the truth of who we are. And so I invite all of us to reflect on what is your definition of it? What is your relationship to it? And when I say love in this context, I'm talking about, spiritual love, divine love. The love that God is, the love that emanates from our very being. And when we are walking through the world with the consciousness of Christ. Now, some of you hear that word, and I may have just lost you. That word is a trigger for so many. And what I invite you to do, if Christ is a trigger for you, is to see it differently. I'm not talking about Jesus here. I'm talking about the consciousness that he walked through the world with. It's a consciousness. I'm not talking about a person. So when we walk through the world with the consciousness of Christ, that's profound love. That love is so profound as human beings, we can't even comprehend what that is because it is so big. But it begins with awareness, to have awareness of what that even means. And then we can consciously choose to play with it. We can consciously choose to share that love and to be that love in the world. You know, we know that we are one human family. I think those of us on a spiritual path, we know that we are one and that we are part of one human family. And yet, how often do we feel separate from people? How often do we feel alone and disconnected from others? How often do we judge others simply because they are different than we are? We all do this. It's part of our humanness. We do it all the time. And so why is it important why is it important to walk through the world as that Christ consciousness? Why is it important to walk through the world with that loving expression of God within us? To actually be conscious of sharing it and emanating it. Because if we don't, our world will never change. We will continue to remain separate, to feel disconnected, and to feel alone. And more importantly, our world will never heal. We are the healers. We can actually heal this planet. We can contribute to the healing of the planet. How amazing is that? Did you know that you could do that? We can do that, you know. Without love, humanity will never heal from the pain that it has endured. From genocide, from war, from racial violence, gender violence, from hate crimes. We have seen and witnessed some of the worst humanity has ever expressed. And so to recover from those wounds, to heal from those wounds, love can do that. We think that love is passive. I had someone years ago to say that, well, it's passive. You just go to love and as if that can just take care of everything. But it's not passive. It's actually it's the strongest vibration on the planet. It has the strongest frequency. If you measure it, it actually has the strongest vibration of any other emotion. And so when it's expressed in a particular way, it is powerful. There's other kinds of love that we all are familiar with. Romantic love, so sweet and beautiful, but it's temporary. Romantic love is temporary. The love that we feel for our loved ones is also beautiful, but it's conditional. It's conditional because it's human love. Human love is conditional. Human love is messy. It's unpredictable. It's squirrely. We are squirrely. One minute we love you and we think you're the most extraordinary thing, and the next minute we don't want anything to do with you. Right? That's how we are. That's how we roll as humans. That's our human part of us. Someone does something that we deem unacceptable, and we still love them, but a little part of our heart is shut down now. A little part of us has shut down ourselves to this person who's just hurt us. Divine love loves no matter what. Divine love is so big and so vast and so extraordinary. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you are. It does not matter. Divine love holds it all with grace. It takes love to a whole other place. And we, as human beings, divine beings, having a human experience, we too can take it to a higher place. Paul Selig said, "The manifestation of God as you, that is able to perceive does not decide what is worthy. She knows all are worthy of being seen in their divine worth. All are worthy of that. So there's a basic course in love. You've all signed up for it, you all passed it, you all took the basic course in love. And that basic course is opening our heart enough to love others and to receive love. Most of us, we've got that down. There may be moments when the fear comes up, but for the most part, we got that down. We've passed the basic course. And then there's the advanced course. You knew that was coming, right? The advanced course is asking us to up-level it, to take it beyond human love, to take it to that divine level. Some of us have wounds around love. Wounds around loving ourselves, wounds around knowing that we are loved, wounds around knowing that we are worthy of love, opening our heart enough to send it out and to receive it. Some of our biggest wounds that we have as humans are around love. And so, if that is the case, it can be difficult to tap into the divine love that I'm talking about. But we always have a choice. The spiritual path is about courageously taking one step after another, one small step in the direction of the thing we desire. So if we want to see transformation on this planet and we want to expand and up-level the consciousness of this planet, then we can courageously choose to share love. Even if we're feeling some fear, we make a choice and we choose to share it. If you notice that your capacity to feel love, to express love, that there's some block there, it can be shifted just by choosing something different. And to know that it is safe to do so. Now, when I say share it, I don't mean run up to every person and give them a hug. Some of you are huggers and some just aren't huggers, and that's okay. We don't have to share it in that way. We can sit in the privacy of our home and share it. We can walk down the street and share it. We can be driving in our car and sending love to the cars on either side of us. So we could say something like this to ourselves, this affirmation. As a divine expression of God, I share my love freely, and as I do, it returns to me as a blessing to my life. Let's say this together. As a divine expression of God, I share my love freely, and as I do, it returns to me as a blessing to my life. Because, whatever we send out comes back. So if we are sharing love and we are doing it consciously and powerfully, it will return to us multiplied. That's how it works. So to share divine love, to express that, what it means is to see somebody in their truth. To recognize someone, the truth of who they are. Their divinity, which it means seeing them beyond their humanness. When we are taking our love to this higher place, it doesn't mean we're at the same time holding judgment against someone. Paul Selig talks about in his book, in the Book of Mastery, how seeing through the eyes of Christ is really about our way of being. It's not about doing. It's about being the creator in action as we move through the world. And this is very different than trying to be it. Forcing ourselves to be loving because we read in some book or we heard on Sunday that we're supposed to do this. This person is driving me nutso, but I'm going to really try to just keep sending them love and see the truth of who they are, even though I can't stand them. No, that's not what this is. This is about being that expression. It's not so much about doing or trying or forcing ourselves. When we notice that there is this, we're wanting to do one thing and we can feel something else. So we want to express love and yet we feel this dissonance in our bodies. That's when we take that into prayer and meditation. I want to be that expression of love. I really do. I know that it's powerful, but right now I am not feeling it. So then we go within and we ask, what's going on within me that's preventing me from being able to do that? And we feel into that. And we keep checking in with ourselves. And then once we have shifted that and we feel more centered and more grounded, now we can go out and express it. So it's not about forcing ourselves to do it when we don't want to. This is not an intellectual exercise. We can do this, because it's part of who we are. So really, it's all we're doing is letting go and allowing the divine to move through us. Because we are one with Spirit, we are one with God, we let it go and we allow it to move. If we say, I can't do this, we're basically saying that the divine is limited. The divine that we are is limited in nature, and we all know that it is not. So no matter what someone is doing, no matter how they are being in the world, this divine love that I'm talking about sees that person for all that they are, the truth of who they are, from this higher perspective, not from a conditional place. And, we're not required to like all people. On the spiritual journey, sometimes we think we got to like everybody. Oh, I have to like everybody. No, we don't. No, we don't. But here's what we can do, though. We can see that person and the truth of them. We see their humanness, and their humanness might drive us absolutely bonkers. We all have those people. But we can look at that person and see the truth of who they are. That's very different. If we focus on the humanness, we're going to get stuck every time. We're going to get triggered every time. We're going to get pulled down into that ditch every time. So instead, we look at that person and we recognize the divine in them. We love them for the divinity that they are. And then we can have compassion for their humanness that is being expressed in front of us. That's how we get there. When we look at someone who is hurting, or someone who has done some awful thing, we can practice seeing them through the eyes of Christ. We can practice being that Christed presence. How many times a day do you have the opportunity to practice that? Some of you have about 50,000 times a day. Yeah? And here's the thing that happens. There are going to be moments when you're going to be able to do it, and then moments like, oh, okay, I can't quite do it right now. And then I can, and now I can't, and now I can, and now I can't. This is the journey. So we have fun with it. We don't take it so seriously, we just have fun with it. And then we have a moment where we can express the divinity that we are. We see who they are. We see the truth of who they are. And you know what happens when we do that? We actually lift them. We raise their consciousness by seeing them in that way. And not only do we raise their consciousness, but we raise our own. This is the benefit of doing it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a gift that we can give them. We feel sometimes so justified in our judgments of people. And in our society, damning others has become acceptable. How did that become acceptable in our society? But it is. And we've bought into that. Yeah, it's fine to judge. It's fine to gossip. It's fine to be that energy in the world. And here's what happens when we do that is now we're expressing the consciousness of condemnation. We're expressing the consciousness of hell. Hell is not a place that we go to. It's an energy. It's a consciousness. And that's where we go when we allow ourselves to get caught up in some judgmental spiral about somebody in our life, making up stories that aren't even true, usually. So the more that we can catch ourselves when we do that and choose to be that divine expression, to choose to be that Christed presence, we are now contributing to transforming the world. Truly. You may think that you're not that powerful, but you are. Simply by changing your thinking, you can change your life. Now, it's not that we want to condone someone's bad behavior. If someone has committed a crime, they should be held accountable. That's not what this is. Someone, if they commit a crime, then they should go to jail for that. It's not deciding what is good or what is bad. It's not forcing ourselves to see someone's divinity. It's practicing it. It's being it. Practice it with people that are easy. Practice it with those you love and who are easy to be with. And then go practice it on those who are hard. You know, this is our work. This is our work. Every day we work at this. Every day we take another step. Every day we make another choice. And then all of a sudden, one day we realize, wow, today I think I judged only once, as opposed to the 50,000 times that I normally do. Yeah, but we make the choice, the conscious choice to do something different. And as we can do that for ourselves, things begin to shift. Then things begin to change. Seeing through the eyes of the divine is a powerful practice. And so we make a commitment to do that. Are you all willing to make a commitment? Are you willing to make a commitment to practice this on a daily basis? And as we do this, we raise ourselves up and we raise up those who are really suffering in the world, because anyone who is negative, doing something harmful, doing something awful that we deem unacceptable, they are suffering in some way. And so then we can have compassion for them in their earthly walk. So we look at this person who has hurt us deeply. We look at this political leader who has acted in hurtful and demoralizing and tyrannical ways. We look at them through the eyes of Christ. We practice that. There are so many people to practice this with. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, he began his teaching focusing on healing the sick. That was what his focus was. And what was so profound about the work that he did is that he would look at someone, not at their condition, not at their illness, but he would see the truth of who they were. He saw it so clearly that it raised them up and it healed them. Many stories of healings that happened because he was able to see their truth. He didn't deny their sickness. He didn't deny the condition. He just didn't look at that. He looked at their truth, and that's what he saw. And this is what he said. We are to look for God in each other and love this God, forgetting all else. Forgetting all else. You know, the ego will push back on all of this stuff. It's easy right now to say, yes, I'm going to do this. And then the ego says, oh, you know, I don't feel like doing it today. I'm too busy. I would rather just go get my favorite ice cream and binge watch some things on Netflix, you know, and not think about any of this spiritual stuff for a while. And there's nothing wrong with getting your favorite ice cream and binge watching. I did that over the weekend. It's okay. If I say it's okay, then right, yeah, it's okay. But, our ego will push back, and it'll say, yeah, I know this stuff, or yeah, I'm too busy to do this. But what is more important, really, than contributing to the raising of the consciousness of this planet? What is more important than being a loving expression in the world? What is more important than recognizing the truth of who someone is, aside from their humanness? What is more important than that, truly? Paul Selig said, "As I know who I am, I see the world with new eyes. As I see the world with new eyes, I lift the world to its own recognition of the truth of what is. Each one I see is an aspect of God. Each one I see has a right to be here just as she is. And it is my gift to see with the eyes of the Christ." As we do this, we begin to feel and recognize that we are part of one human family. And as we do that, compassion flows from us. Our desire to connect with others flows from us. We feel safer in the world. We feel more grounded in the world. We feel more joyous in the world. Love is who we are, and we know it, and we feel it, and we begin to express it in greater ways. This week in the Way of Mastery, the book study that we're doing, this week's lesson was all about choice. Interestingly enough, all about choosing to recognize that each person is unlimited, that each person that we come into contact with is pure spirit. And so Yeshua says this about when we're focused on people in our life. I am going to see this being, and I'm going to utilize time for beaming as much love to them as I can. I am the embodiment of Christ, and this one may not know it, but that doesn't matter. I can enjoy it anyway. So let's have fun with this. Let's enjoy this. Enjoy as you go out into your week, sharing your love, emanating that Christed presence that is within you. Practice it with the people in your life. And then begin to practice it with leaders in our world. Begin to practice it with those on our planet that you struggle with the most. You may have never met that person, but we all are thinking right now of a couple of people that we get triggered by. Practice it with them. See the light that they are. See the divinity that they are. And then watch how compassion flows through you with grace, with ease, and with joy. Let's move into prayer. Practitioners, please stand in high consciousness. And so in this moment, in this space, in this time, we recognize and know that the divinity that God is right here. It moves through every cell of our being. It moves through every breath. That divine expression of God is the truth of who we are. And how amazing it is to know that we can go out into the world and we can express that love and that compassion. We can be that divinity in any moment we choose. We can look at someone standing before us or someone on the other side of the world, and we can choose in any moment to see the light of who they are, the divinity of who they are, the Christ consciousness that they are. Because that is the truth of every single being on this planet. There is no one on this planet that does not hold that. That energy is who we are, and as we do that, we raise up the consciousness of this planet, and we raise the consciousness of ourselves. And what a profound and beautiful and amazing gift that is. And so, feeling gratitude in our heart for the opportunity that is before us, we release this, we let it go, and we trust and know that God has got this, that God has our back, always and in all ways, guiding us through this process, guiding us through this human walk, guiding us as we walk along our spiritual path. And so with that, we let this go, we trust, we allow, and we simply say, and so it is.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Thank you, Julie. So we believe that as we give, we receive, and we see it as a spiritual practice, not a financial one. And so we thank you for your gifts and your tithes and your offerings that allow us to continue to do the work that we do in the community and in the world. So placing your offering, your gift, your tithe over your heart, let's say our offering affirmation together. This gift is spirit in form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give, and joyfully I receive.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets yourself when it seems I've lost my way. When I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Matt. Thank you all. So we just know that the energy that is in this space right here where my hand is, I'm knowing that this is a blessing to our community, that it continues to bless our community, allowing us to do great work in the world. And so it is. Is there anybody here for the first time? I thank you all. I've been here before. I see all familiar faces. Welcome to those online. If there's anybody here for the first time, welcome. So glad that you're with us today. All right. After service, if you need a prayer, Deborah J., our practitioner, is here with us, and she will have prayer up here on stage. So if there's something heavy on your heart, come join her up here, and she'll do what's called a 2-minute miracle there for you. And there's also prayer. There's a prayer box in the back on the table, so if you'd like to write out your prayer, that's also an option. So just know that, and we'll pray on that for you all week. All right, let's stand for our closing benediction, our closing song, peace song to close us out. Let's say our benediction together. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed, and may we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am, love is who we are, and love is all there is.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment.